Once upon a time, Kodak wasn't just a company. It was a feeling. The yellow box represented memories, moments, and milestones. From birthdays to weddings to world-changing events, Kodak was there, capturing it all. Founded in 1888 by George Eastman, Kodak revolutionized photography by making it simple and accessible to everyone. Their slogan said it best: "You press the button, we do the rest." And for nearly a century, they owned that promise. Kodak wasn't just a business, it was an empire. By the mid-20th century, Kodak controlled almost 90% of the film market and 85% of camera sales in the United States. Their brand was synonymous with innovation and reliability. Even the phrase Kodak moment became part of everyday language, a way to describe life's most beautiful memories. But the same company that taught the world how to capture moments would soon fail to capture its own future. In 1975, a young Kodak engineer named Steve Sasson invented something revolutionary: the world's first digital camera. It was bulky, slow, and low resolution, but it worked. Sasson proudly showed it to Kodak executives, believing it was the future of photography. But the board's reaction was chilling. They asked one question: if people stop buying film, what happens to our business? That single fear became the seed of Kodak's downfall. Instead of leading the digital revolution, Kodak buried it to protect its film profits. Throughout the 1980s and 1990s, digital photography grew quietly. Sony, Canon, and others began investing in digital sensors, while Kodak kept selling film and chemicals, making billions. Their financial reports looked great, but beneath the surface, technology was shifting fast. Then came the year 2000. The first camera phones appeared. People were suddenly taking pictures instantly and sharing them online. Kodak's fortress of film began to crumble. In 2005, digital cameras outsold film cameras for the first time. And yet, Kodak's management still clung to the past. They believed their brand loyalty and film dominance would buy them time. It didn't. By 2010, the numbers told the story. Kodak's revenue had dropped from $16 billion in 1996 to just $6 billion. Their stock price plummeted by over 90%. In 2012, Kodak, once a household name, filed for bankruptcy. It wasn't because they didn't innovate, they did. It was because they didn't have the courage to disrupt their own success. Kodak teaches us that innovation isn't just about inventing new things. It's about being brave enough to let go of the old ones. While Apple, Canon, and Nikon built digital ecosystems, Kodak stayed trapped in the comfort of its golden years. They continued to pay massive dividends and buy back shares instead of investing in new technology. In short, they prioritized shareholders over survival. But the story doesn't end there. After bankruptcy, Kodak transformed itself. They sold their imaging patents for $525 million to companies like Apple, Google, and Samsung, and began focusing on commercial printing, film for the movie industry, and advanced materials. In 2020, Kodak made headlines again, not for photography, but for pharmaceuticals. They announced plans to produce drug ingredients in the United States, aiming to reinvent themselves once more. Though the project faced challenges, it showed one thing clearly: Kodak still refuses to give up. So what can we learn from Kodak? Lesson 1: never be afraid to disrupt your own success. The future waits for no one. Lesson 2: innovation means courage, not comfort. Kodak had the technology, but not the mindset. Lesson 3: always build for the next era, not the current one, because what made you great yesterday can destroy you tomorrow. Kodak's story is more than just business history. It's a timeless reminder that success can be dangerous if it breeds complacency. Because in the business world, just like in photography, if you don't focus on the future, your image eventually fades.